a babbling brook, but we're not here to look at that. We're here to look at this. This is my new bike. About 2 years ago I made a video similar to this one about the bike that I'd recently purchased, which was a Triban RC100 from Decathlon. About 2 months after I uploaded that video, that bike was stolen, and it's taken me until now, which is March 2023, almost 2 years later, to actually buy another bike, and it's this one. It's a Trek FX2 hybrid. Slightly different design to the Triban. It doesn't have the drop-down handlebars. It's not a gravel bike. It's a hybrid bike. I suppose if you put some drop-down handlebars on it, it could be technically classed as a cyclocross or a gravel bike. But I'm not going to do that because I don't trust myself. I'm too cack-handed to do something as grandiose as that. Anyway, what are my thoughts on this bike? Well, it's extremely comfortable and it's very, very quick. I didn't get this new. I got this used from Facebook Marketplace. I personally don't use Facebook, but my partner does. And one of the only good things about Facebook, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that you can get things cheap on the marketplace, just like this bike. I paid £200 for this. As far as I know, it was worth way more than that when it was new. This is the 2020 model of the FX2, and I've looked at the Trek website, and as far as I can tell, it's unavailable now to buy new because they brought out a subsequent model, which again is way more than £200. But enough about that. Let's have a quick look around the bike. So, nice brakes, quite short brake levers, which are connected to some rather nice disc brakes, front and rear. They are very powerful, no complaints there. The gear lever changes are slightly different to, well, I say slightly different, very different, more traditional than what were on the Triban. On the Triban you had this kind of big lever that was about here, which was quite unwieldy, to be honest, and made changing gear a bit of a pain, whereas this, it's just a simple case of clicking the sort of little trigger things in and out. It's 24 gears, has a nice bell on it. I don't have any lights yet because I've only had this for a day, but I will get some lights for it, and a big chunky lock because this one ain't going anywhere, unlike the last one. Tyres quite thin, even though they are kind of like off-road hybrid tyres, so you can obviously do some off-roading with this bike as well as doing some pretty quick on-roading. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say about it. Obviously there's no suspension, so it can be quite jarring if you're going over potholes and whatnot. But otherwise it's very quick, stops on a dime, great gear selection, very comfortable, and yeah, this is the Trek FX2. I'm very, very impressed with it. It's probably the best bike I've ever owned. Saying that, I've only had it for a day, so time will tell, but yeah, for commuting or just having a bit of a ride out at the weekends, I mean, you can't really go wrong with something like this. It's quite light as well, which is important for a modern bike, or treader, as my dad used to call them. But yeah, that's the FX2. Will this video get 20,000 views like the Triban one has at the current time of recording this? I highly doubt it. But yeah, just a very brief look at the Trek